Is it supposed to be called a smoke detector or a smoke alarm? I have no idea, but in this video, we'll show you how to replace a smoke alarm or a smoke detector, whatever you want to call it. Come on. Hip hip hooray, it's replace your smoke detector day. Just like in our other how-tos, you'll find navigation up at the top of the video. If you want to jump straight to the project and skip all my blabbing, just click up here. Now, the reason I said in this video we'll show you how to replace a smoke alarm or how to replace a smoke detector is because I got my start in the construction game as an electrician, and we call them smoke detectors, but I know a lot of people call them smoke alarms. Both is accurate. The point of this video is to show you how to replace a smoke detector, and it's geared towards the average homeowner. So I decided to show you how to replace a smoke detector that you can pick up at the hardware store. It's the kind that I've got in my house, and this has been on my honey-do list for a long time. So I know my wife's gonna be pretty happy that we're making this video. Now, if your house was built after 1975, it should have some type of smoke detector in it. Nowadays, they're hardwired and have battery backup. Now, the tools that you'll need: screwdriver, utility knife, tester, wire strippers, pliers. You're also gonna need some wire nuts, and if you're too short to reach, you're gonna need a ladder. There go the tools. You're also gonna want to have a new smoke detector. Should come with everything you need in the box. I know you'll spend the hours that it takes to read that, the owner's manual. It'll have a new alarm with a new battery inside, this mounting plate that goes on the wall that it screws into, and this wiring harness. Safety first. You always want to remember when you're working on anything electrical, turn the power off at the breaker. Use your tester to make sure that it's off after you've done that. We'll show you how to do that once we've pulled the smoke detector from the mounting bracket. The most common smoke detectors use a twist and lock method to hold the smoke detector on the mounting bracket. So grab the smoke detector firmly and twist counterclockwise. You should feel it release from the bracket, and it'll be hanging from the wiring harness. Depending on the style of smoke detector, the wiring harness may slip on and off, while others may have a tab that you need to press to get it to release. Next, we want to remove the old base plate. Now, a lot of times these can be painted over because people will remove the smoke detector but paint over the base plate if they're painting the wall or the ceiling. So use a razor knife and score around the paint. This will really help prevent any peeling. The base plate is usually held on by 2 screws. Sometimes you can just loosen the screws and twist the plate off. Other times you need to remove the screws all the way to get it off. Now, before you touch anything else, if your tester lights up or beeps, stop and go back to your breaker panel and flip the breakers off until you find the right one. Use your tester and make sure that the wires you're working on are dead, or that they don't have electricity going to them. Even if I know the circuit is dead, I like to double check every time. The next step is to disconnect the old wiring harness from the wires. If you pull the old wires out of the box, you should see the wiring harness connected to the wires using wire nuts. Unscrew the wire nuts and remove the old wiring harness. Now, the wiring harness will usually have 3 wires coming off of it. These are the wires that connect with the wires in your box, and they should match the same color. You've got black, which is the hot wire, white, which is your neutral, and the third wire is usually red. This is a communication wire for interconnected smoke detectors. This is the one that allows for them to communicate, so if one alarm sounds, the rest of them will go off. Even though the ends come pre-stripped, I recommend stripping a little more insulation off. The wires on the wiring harness are stranded, and I want as much of it to come in contact with my wires that are already twisted together. To ensure that you don't have arcing from loose connections, be sure to twist your existing wires together. Use your pliers and always twist them clockwise, because that's the direction you're going to be twisting the wire nuts, and you want to make sure your connections get as tight as possible. Place the wire from the wiring harness next to its corresponding color of the wires coming out of the box. Slide them inside the wire nut and twist clockwise until it's tight. I usually twist until I can't twist anymore. You do not want a loose connection. After all the wires are connected, fold the extra wire back into the box so that the only thing hanging out is the new wiring harness. The next step is to install the new base plate. Your new base plate will have different hole configurations. You should be able to slip it over the screws, turn it till it locks in place, and then tighten the screws down. Next, you're going to plug the wiring harness into the back of the smoke detector. Line the wiring harness up with the prongs on the back of the smoke detector and push until it snaps into place. Next, you need to put the smoke detector on the new base plate by twisting it clockwise until it locks into place. Be sure to help direct the dangling wires back into the opening so that they don't get pinched between the detector and the base plate. Some smoke detectors have a plastic strip, while others have a big red arrow made out of cardboard that acts as a spacer. This helps to keep the battery from making the smoke detector live during the shipping and storage process. Go ahead and remove those now. Our last step is to turn the power back on and test the smoke detectors. Now, that's where this information comes in handy. I don't know how you find anything in here. It took me a while, but it does tell you how to test. It says, test to ensure proper operation by pressing the test/hush button. It's the big button in the middle. When you do that, you press it for a minimum of 5 seconds, and then all interconnected battery backed up alarms should respond. Okay, it's probably going to be a loud process. I'm going to go turn the power on, and then we'll come back and test this. Okay, power's back on. We're going to go ahead and push this button, hold it for 5 seconds, and see what happens. Well, all the alarms in the house are sounding. That means they're communicating. That's a good sign. And that's how you replace a smoke detector. As you can see, with a little bit of information in the instruction, this is something you can totally do yourself. But if you ever feel like you've gotten in over your head, stop and call an electrician you trust for some help. Now, if you found this information helpful and informative, give us a thumbs up. It's the only way we know you like our videos, and we'll keep making them. If you need to know how to do anything else with your electrical, plumbing, heating, or air conditioning system, leave your suggestions in the comments below. Now, don't forget to subscribe. We need you to subscribe. We put a big button down there, and is it spelled right? Subscribe. Click that button. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. They were calling me Magic Mike on the radio yesterday. It's because of my sweet moves. I told them it was false advertising. I could moonwalk in. What's up? Just like in our other how-tos, you'll find navigation up at the top of the video if you want to know how to jump start your life. This is not the video for you. Done with that paragraph. Some smoke detectors have a plastic strip, while others have a big red arrow made out of cardboard. Made out of cardboard. I think I'll wear a hat today. What do you think of that? I got a hat. I can't think of anything else to say.